In this video, we're going to explore special journals. And for an old accountant like me, this is kind of a trip down memory lane. And you'll see why as we go through this. Welcome to Accounting How To. I'm your host, Carolyn Grimm, and that's my very special sidekick, Terrence. And we are here to put the fun in accounting fundamentals. So in financial accounting class or principles of accounting class, we use a general journal to record all of our journal entries. Every time we make a sale to a customer, we record a journal entry. Every time we purchase something from a vendor, we make a journal entry. Now imagine if you had a large number of transactions every day. How cumbersome that would be to track each and every transaction as a journal entry. Well, in accounting, we have certain transactions that happen with great regularity. For example, we buy stuff, we sell stuff, we get paid for stuff, and we pay for stuff. So to track like transactions, we can use what's called special journals to group all of those like transactions together. And it makes it easier to track those specific types of transactions, and it also allows for a separation of work. So one employee can focus on recording sales and accounts receivable. Another employee can focus on recording purchases and accounts payable. So the four common special journals are sales journals, purchases journals, cash disbursements journals, and cash receipts journals. Now the sales journal captures sales to customers on account, not cash sales, sales on account. And it includes columns for what accounts will be debited and credited. The purchases journal is going to capture purchases on account, not things we pay cash for, but purchases on account. And it's going to include columns for what accounts will be debited and credited. The cash disbursements journal captures any cash flowing out of the business, and it includes columns for what accounts will be debited and credited. And then the cash receipts journal captures any cash that's flowing into the business, and it includes columns for, you guessed it, what accounts will be debited and credited. Now, how can you remember which special journal should be used for a transaction? Start with the cash. If cash comes into the company, that transaction goes to the cash receipts journal. Did cash go out of the company? Then that transaction will go to the cash disbursements journal. So if cash is involved, it's one of those two. Any transactions that don't involve cash, they're on account, don't go in the cash journals. They're going to go either in the sales journal for customer sales on account or the purchases journal for vendor purchases on account. We sell stuff, we buy stuff. If it's anything else, it's not cash, it's not a purchase, it's not a sale, then and only then does it go to the general journal that we've been using in our financial accounting or principles of accounting classes. So if it's any other kind of journal entry, it's not cash, it's not a purchase on account or a sale on account, it's going to go to the general journal. And the general journal is where we have been previously posting everything. But now we're only going to use the general journal for things that don't fall into those categories. So for example, if we're doing adjusting entries, maybe we're doing an adjusting entry for prepaid insurance or depreciation, those will still go into the general journal. Now, as with any journal entries, the entries from our different special journals are still going to be posted into our ledger accounts for the specific accounts that we're told need to be debited or credited. We're still going to update the balances in those accounts, and then those totals are going to carry through to trial balances and financial statements just as they've always done. Now, here is why this is a trip down memory lane for an old accountant like me. We did used to do this, but now we have accounting software. And this is going to do the work for us behind the scenes. So within our accounting software, there are different modules that are tracking accounts receivable and accounts payable transactions, and the receipt and the payment of cash. So it makes special journals a concept that's worth understanding, but not something that we really use in day-to-day accounting. So until next time, stay balanced, my friends.